Ready for this?
3, 2, 1.
Yo, here with considerably richer than you, Nathan Bendon, WBC International Champion. Definitely the next WBC light welterweight champion after what I've just seen in that gym. Mate, how are you?
Good, man. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we just had some good training going on there, and then we've done quite a bit of sparring and stuff before in the past, but that was like double, triple times what I've seen you before, mate. So you've obviously been putting in some fucking some serious graft, haven't you, mate?
Working.
We'll get to that in a minute. We need to do the sponsor shout out first. Obviously, we are sponsored by Manscaped, #1 in the male grooming. We've just been talking about this, Nate. How many times have you fucking had like a massacre down there? Try to shave your balls with shitty like razors and trimmers that just don't do the job. Because when it happens, it's bad, innit?
Mate, especially when, you've only got an inch or two to play. You don't be chopping anything off, do you? Fuck me. I'll be ordering one of these when I get home.
This is the Lawnmower 4.0, mate. It's waterproof. It's got torch on for when you're getting down and dirty and your gooch and all sorts, mate. Get to all the hidden areas. It's fucking sick. It's got a little power station it sits in. So it just sits on the... My missus goes mad because I prop mine up on the side and she's always like cleaning pubes off the side and shit. She's like, you fucking done it again. Yeah, I said, look how good it looks.
Yeah,
It's like a lightsaber and something, mate. It's fucking class. Yeah, it's not just the 4.0 though. There's all this stuff you get on here. Yeah. Oh, go back. Oh. Yeah. You've got, look, this is the foot duster, crop revive. This is ball toner, body wash, anti-chafing ball deodorant.
Wow.
Wow. You get all this shit with it. Like it's a class little just a little gift sack. You've even got the skin safe replacement blade and all sorts. Ball deodorant. You get all sorts on there with this lot, mate. So it's good value for money. People like say, are you taking a piss like promoting that? No, it's a good. You need to be clean and you need to have fucking fresh balls, mate.
Ball deodorant, mate.
Game changer.
I would have sold that to the wife.
The code is Kickin it. You get 20% off. Manscaped, #1 in male grooming. Right, let's get down to it, Nath. Got loads to talk about. Obviously, you're fighting massive fight coming up. Adam Noy, WBC title. You just won the WBC International title. You're top 10 ranked in the world. You've been training a long time, 18 years since you were 10 years old. So we've got a lot to get through. Obviously, you got the beef with Nico Carrillo. We can touch on that. Let's go back to the beginning then, because I was talking about this earlier. When did you start? 10 years old. Talk to us a little about how you first got into Thai boxing and where it was.
Started at K-Star with Henry Clemenson. Henry was like a chief instructor at Sutton Coldfield.
If anyone doesn't know Henry now, is he Henry training one of the UFC guys? Is it?
Leon Edwards.
That's it. Yeah. Leon Edwards, Henry trains him, yeah.
He'll be fighting Usman for the bout soon, sure.
Yeah,
Leon's like ranked 3 in the world, isn't he? So he's the man. Henry knows what he's doing. I started with Henry at K-Star, and then Henry opened his own club called Corfit UK, which is based in Sutton Coldfield. Started working there. And then I went off and did PTs and my own little thing. And then I opened up a new gym, bought a gym off Andy.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
And then just started fighting, as we are.
Going back to, did you fight as a junior or like did you work your way up junior ranks and stuff like that? How old were you when you had your first fight? How long had you been in gym?
So I think it was like 3 months.
Really?
3 months was
no
my
fucking
first
around.
Fight. Yeah, I got battered. I got battered. It was like, I don't know how it was when you was fighting first started out, but with the juniors, it was you all go to like a gym show.
Yeah.
You all sit on the mat. They call your name out. You stand up. They call the other kid out there. He stands up. And we was all walking around thinking, oh, don't want him. Oh, he looks a bit fucking mean. We don't want him. I got the kid no one wants him, mate. I was like, oh, God. Got battered. Loved it. Thought, like, when's the next one? And then we did them open championships.
Yeah.
Championships. And I did them 3 years on the bounce as a junior. Won them. I did C-class at like 16. So I'd about...
You started that pretty early then as well, didn't you? Because like these days, and that, you know what it's like these days? All fucking PC brigade pussies. You can't fight with no shin pads on until you're 18 and all. Fuck off.
Holding it back.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I always say it's about this. Like, if you look at all like the best fighters in the country at the minute, obviously you, I get it, me, people like Nico, etc. All these guys, Dan McGowan, everyone was fighting without shin pads from being 14 to 16 and upwards. Yeah. No one got held back till you're 18. Because when you look at like the Dutch, when the Dutch are like 15, they're fighting twice a month, mate. That's why they've all had 200 fights and the elite kickboxers. Look at the ties, they're doing it from they're 8 years old. And that's, imagine if you held back like one of our guys who could have been like the best, but you make him wait till he's 18 before he can fight full-time rules. It's too late. I'm not saying do it with everyone because some people are like they're not like as advanced as others, and they're not like of course. Because some people are like when they're 16, they're like men. Yeah. Like Joe Ryan at the minute. Look at Joe Ryan. The guy's a fucking beast. He was 16, 72 kilos, fucking ripped to death, and 6'3". How's he meant to fight Junior with a belly pad on?
Body shield.
You know what I mean? But so that's sorry, I just fucking went off on them. But go on, mate. So you were 16, you started fighting C-class.
Yeah, I had about 20 junior fights, and I was, I fought good lads. I was beating everyone, to be honest. So I started fighting C-class. I fought another lad that was 16 as well, Luke Douglas. From Paul Sutton.
Yeah, I remember Paul Sutton's gym.
Yeah, so it'd be like Pythons. It was like the rival gym.
Yeah, I want to say they're close to you, aren't they? Them as well.
Yeah, Birmingham as well. So.
Were you still at Case? Was Henry still part of K-Star?
Yeah. Right. So I moved from K-Star to Corfit with Henry when I was about 19, I think, or 18. By then we started fighting A-class. Started winning British title, started going through the ranks there, getting in the rankings.
How did you find the transition like going through like from junior to C and then to A? What happened when you went from junior to C class? Did you struggle? Because I remember with Jordan Watson, he had so many junior fights. When he first started fighting C, he struggled a little bit. Like one time, like his first adult fight, he just came out with his hands down there and got kicked straight across the face straight away, just because you're not used to it. So did you have any issues with that?
I was shitting myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was thinking, if I don't kick him now, I'm not gonna kick him. I was thinking, this motherfucker's gonna hurt.
It's gonna really fucking hurt.
Yeah. So first we're gonna booted him. I thought, this is all right. As I'm in Fairyland, the fucker teeped me in my face, hit me big funky, and then we had it off, and I won some points, which was obviously, the important result. Battered him, and then we had a rematch, and I stopped him.
Yeah, nice.
I was obviously very happy with that, but I was flapping it.
How did you find the progression going up through C class to A class? Because most people I ask this question to, they're like, I can't fucking wait. I couldn't wait. Because that's all you want to do, I think. When you're fighting B class, you're like, let me elbow someone. I just want to try it. I just want to fucking let me elbows go. How would you find that?
I had 2 C class fights against the same lad. And then I fought Pindi Madhar.
Oh, Pindi. Did you fight Pindi, did you?
Yeah, I lost on points. We had, but that was like...
Was I training Pindi then? Because I trained him for a lot of years, Pindi.
I think you might have, actually. Yeah. That was about 10 years ago.
Yeah, I will have been, I will have been training him then.
And Liam Robinson was in his corner as well.
Yeah. What he used to do, he used to go to Liam and Tony, and then he'd drive up to Leeds and then do the rest of his training with me.
But that was at like 70 kilos.
Mate, he's a fucking big unit, Pindi. Yeah, he was massive. He did all right in MMA as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
British title level and stuff,
yeah. And he could half whack as well.
Mate, do you know what? He had some power. He did have power.
Yeah. But we had like, I would hate that fight again. Like, I've had to go through that again. Relive that moment. Fucking horrible.
But for the crowd, a proper war.
Like war, mate. B class. We just, everything.
Two lads from Birmingham area. Well, he's from Coventry.
Down the road. But like you're booting each other as hard as you can. You're kicking knees and elbows. You're not eating anything clean. Do you know what I mean? You're punching him in the back of the head. And it's just everything's just hurtful. But we had like that was probably the start of people recognising me, because it was a bloodbath, really. It was brilliant, but I really enjoyed fighting. And then I fought A class against Kevin Kavalik. That was my first one. It was for a British title as well, but it only lasted 50 seconds. I didn't get thrown an elbow.
Did you knock him out?
With a big body shot and fucking fell over.
That's been one of your best shots, hasn't it, that body shot? You've been nasty with that.
But then what happens was I'm hitting people with body shots and they keep elbowing me, so I stopped throwing it now.
Well, the thing is with that, when you're fighting A classes, there has to be ways to set it up and stuff, don't there? But no one shows you that when you're starting out. And if you've got a good weapon, like what started to happen to me in Thailand, because of my left hook, the Thais just kept timing it and elbowing me and cutting me. So then I had to people started showing me fakes and stuff like that. So, but no one shows you that. When you're young, if you wouldn't have stopped some of a body shot, you're like, right, I'm going to do that every time.
I'm going to do that every time,
Dink! Straight bastard!
And then you get more rash. So always is. Chops up.
When did everyone start noticing who you were, thinking, fucking hell, man, this kid's decent here? Were there a defining fight or all you had to make people stand up? Other than the Pindi one, when you were fighting A class, was there a defining fight against a big name or anything like that?
Do you know what? I fought Chris Shaw a couple of years ago. It wasn't even that long ago.
I think everyone knew you before that, though. You were already a good name before that.
Well, if you asked anyone Or even let's ask you now, who do you think would have won that fight?
At the time, I wasn't too sure because Chris, you hadn't fought for a while, and
Yeah.
Chris was fucking. He'd done a few demolition jobs on people,
Yeah,
hadn't he? So yeah, you're right.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone, and Fight Rec did like interviews at the venue on the night, and I spoke to him after. I spoke to Don Pratt after, and he was like, "No one said you was gonna win.
Really?
Not one person in that room. Like, then I beat him, and like, it was a close fight. It was a tough fight. I loved everything about the fight.
Yeah.
But I think after that, people were like, "Fucking hell, Nathan's actually, quite good."
Yeah.
And then when that fight with Brian Totty
Yeah.
everyone's now like people that I was speaking to Dan McGowan not long ago came over for some sparring and people were going, Nathan's actually getting good now, isn't he? Dan McGowan was like, Bendon's always been good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But no one, I just think no one really.
You always were
knew.
good, but you've seemed to like leveled up over the last.
There was always that margin,
Yeah.
You got people like yourself, Andy, all the top lads back in the day, obviously currently now. And I'm creeping into that part. I feel that way.
I'll tell you what, as well, when you stepped in as my replacement, went to fight Rambo, because I got injured, and you stepped in late notice on that fight.
Yeah.
You did well in that fight, but you could have won.
Yeah.
Because if you'd have had that self-belief that you have now, I think you'd have knocked him out.
And like, I was in there and I was like, I don't really want to be here.
Yeah.
And I was trying to play the tie game and
But in last round, you went insane.
Yeah, because Tony Myers basically made me shit myself.
Yeah.
He was like, listen, you fucking get out.
Yeah.
If you don't do this now, it's up to you. He basically said you can either concede, touch gloves, and look a cunt.
Yeah,
or you can go
right.
out there and have it. What one are you going to do? It's up to you. I was like, all right, cool. And I went a bit berserk. But, you know.
Yeah, mate, that was class though. But let me pull stuff back a bit, because you fought all like the best boys in the UK and stuff like that. You're close friends with Jack Kennedy and stuff now. You train with him a lot, didn't you? You had a good fight with Jack Kennedy back in the day. Did you take that on late notice, that one?
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you were fucking winning pretty easy early, weren't you?
Well, I was trying to blow his head off.
Yeah.
He hit me with a head kick in round 3, and it didn't wobble me, but all my energy just zapped from my legs, and I was just like, I couldn't have base. I had no base. And then he's a grinder, isn't he? So like end of 3, start of 4-5, he just took over. Fair play to him.
Yeah, obviously you went on to be friends with him. But let's go back to the Brian Totty thing, because you did it 3 times you fought Totty.
3 times.
One to him, one to you, and then the last one.
Last one, yeah.
When was this, when you had the first fight with Totty?
I think it was 2008 or 9.
Fucking hell, that long ago.
Yeah,
Wow, that's long, that, isn't it?
Long time ago. B class, I think it was like the
Warwick.
second B class.
And when were the second? I remember one of them on Knockout.
The last one was on.
Where was the one before that?
The one before that was on Steve Broom's show.
Right, okay.
And I'm not joking yet. The venue was as big as this room. Honestly, I remember fighting him, hitting him with elbows, and my mum going, "Go on, son." My mum was this close to me, mate. It was brilliant. It was great, mate.
Mate, I'll tell you something about them old shows back in the day. I once fought on a show, and like you said, it were a working men's. Everyone was smoking inside and that.
Yeah.
And what they did was they had like 3 fights and then strippers. It were only men only were allowed to go in. I were only 15 fighting on it as well. I was fucking buzzing, mate. So they had 3 fights, strippers, 3 more fights, strippers. They were getting people on stage and wanking them off and all sorts. I was sitting there going,
Let me fight. Get my fight in.
Yeah.
I need to.
I thought, is this what Thai boxing is all about? I thought, this is the best show I've ever been to. Unfortunately, I don't think that ever happened again after that. I think he got found out and shut down. But yeah. But going back to the last fight with Totty, that was Yokkao last year. Was it last year? Yeah, one wasn't it?
Just
yeah.
August when
that was one of your career best performances, that one, because a lot of people thought, oh, Totty might walk down and clinch him and grab him. What's going to happen when he clinches him? But you just fucking like shut him down in every single area, didn't you?
Yeah. The thing with Totty is, like, obviously it was a good performance. It was career best performance for me personally, I think. But Totty can make you look good because he doesn't do a lot.
Yeah.
But what he does very well.
He's a grinder, isn't he, mate?
Grinder,
he's strong,
man.
He's tough, and when he gets older you and stuff, he got
a draw with Jack Kennedy, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that was a great fight, that.
Yeah, brilliant.
That was just a proper clinch fight.
It's like stadium fucking
was.
level fight, yeah. But if you allow Totty to do the things he does, you're going to have a hard night.
Yeah.
Prevention's better than cure, man.
Yeah. And the thing is, you not only did you win at your game, when he came clinching you, you're off balancing him, you were kneeing him, you were clinching with him. You proved that you could fight his game as well.
Well, Rob Peacock, who was been doing a lot of the camp with me now, and John Whitehouse, Rob was saying, when he grabs you, knee him, but knee him fucking hard.
Yeah.
Make him uncomfortable. Don't be playing around with arms and just hurt him with a knee. If he throws you, don't worry. Just get back up. Don't rush at him because he's going to grab you again.
Yeah.
Get back up. Go back to booting his leg off. Punch him in his face. And then if he grabs you, I'd knee him hard. And that was the plan. It was perfect.
You also, you fought not only Thai boxing, you fought pro boxing as well, haven't you? Where did that come into it? Because you had like a bit of a stage of inactivity with Thai boxing, didn't you, for a little bit? Were you a couple of years off with
I
no
weren't
fight?
enjoying it and that as well, yeah.
Well, let me pull back to something else as well then. Let me go back and say, you were training with Henry, and then from Henry, before you were boxing, did you start your own gym then off Handy? Or were you still boxing before that?
No, so when I left Henry's, I was just doing PTs.
Yeah.
But I was training with Dean James and Tony Myers.
Yeah.
Probably their level of coaching is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
The knowledge that Tony's got is insane.
Wizard, mate.
Yeah.
Wizard. It's but then I brought the gym off Andy, and then it was hard to get there, and it's more convenient for me to be at my place now. So it was a bit easier, more convenient. But with PCS, with Proud Charles Suad, like I really feel that leveled me up. Because with Henry, like, you probably know yourself, when you've been training with the same person for like 12 years or something, it doesn't come like stagnant. It's like you just end up padding each other.
Yeah, you know each other. They know you. There's like you say, it's like there's not too much more that you can get out of each other.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I think Richard Smith's such a good coach, because he like lets me go off to four corners. He gets other people in for me to spar. He said, if you need to go to Thailand, go to Thailand and stuff like that. So as long as you've got a coach who is aware of stuff like this, then it's good for you. I'm
a firm believer of one person can't fulfill all your needs.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And when I did go to Dean and Tony's, it was like the little things, like I didn't hit a pad for 3 months.
Yeah, you told me this earlier.
Footwork, mate. Footwork for 3 months.
At this time, you were ranked number 3 in England, weren't you?
I was number 3. I was going, Tony, I'm pretty good at what I do,
Yeah.
I can do it. He was going, yeah, I know you're good, but you're not great, are you? I was like, fucking hell, what then? And then Dean was just like, just shut up and do as you're told. All right, fair enough. And then I had my first fight for Tony and Dean, and I felt invincible.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I've done my full camp with these guys. They're in my corner. I'm fighting an Italian lad that's had to fly over. How can I lose?
Who you fought?
His name was Giuseppe.
Yeah.
Basically. And he got stopped in round 3, but he got fucking hurt, really. But everything was base. My base was brilliant. It was my positioning and that.
Well, they're really good at that. Like you're not allowed to like lose balance. You're not allowed to lose form when you're on the pads. I remember Dean James telling me before, saying like Tony once made me like left knee the pad about 50 times in a row. Stop. Then again. He said I ended up kneeing pad just like 500 times doing the same thing. He said until I got exactly how he wanted it.
Footwork for 3 months, Liam. Footwork, mate. Fucking hell. And I was going there, and it was taking me like 40 minutes to get there. I was going there and I was doing footwork, and it was getting tedious, man. I was like,
yeah, watching everyone else fucking tearing each other up in ring. You
want
to get involved in it.
Thinking I'll batter him.
We're fucking old Pig and them boys there then as well.
Yeah.
You had a good set of lads, didn't you?
There was Pig, Samo, mate. There was some
Dean,
top
obviously.
lads.
You know what? You're not like with them boys there as well. I'd have been gutted if you're watching all them sparring. Imagine. Proper go, because they spar hard as well. I'd be, oh God, let me go in, please.
There was a big bag there, and I was like trying to. It was like, no, I was fucking out in front of the mirror doing footwork. I just want to hit that. I just want to hit something. Let me hit something, boys. But it really brought me on. Do you know what I mean? It really, like we say, we don't take anything away. We just add things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I could punch naturally.
Yeah.
I was a bit of a banger, but I had no form. It was just everything was loaded.
Let's go talk about that in your punches, because we touched on it earlier. Where did the boxing come into it? Is this because, like you said, you weren't really enjoying some aspects of fighting at the time?
I was a fat fucker, really. Yeah. And there was no training on a Wednesday night, so I used to go to a boxing gym, and the boxing coach there said, "Do you want to fight white collar?" I was like, "Do you want to fight on Saturday?" It was a Wednesday, first time ever meeting him. "Do you want to fight white collar on Saturday?" I said, "Yeah, sound." Had a fight, knocked the kid out in the first round, and then I had like 7 of them or 8 of them. And it kind of went that way, like a lot of knockouts. I think I only beat the one on points out of like 8. And he was like, this is becoming a bit of a joke now. We need to turn you pro.
Yeah.
But if you fight pro, you can't
go back
to tie.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you've got a professional boxing license, that's it then.
Oh, yeah. So, I never thought about that. Oh, yeah. Obviously, so if you go pro, you just got to fight boxing and that's it. Yeah.
But like, no one knew who I was.
Yeah.
So like, I probably could have got away with it.
Yeah.
But then, and I did. I fought Rambo with a professional boxing license.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I hope the board ain't listening to this now.
Yeah.
But then I was gonna fight Mo Abdurrahman on Craig Jose's show.
Yeah.
No, so I was gonna fight a French kid on Craig Jose's show, and the board contacted me and said, if you do that, you're gonna get fined £1,000.
Really?
And you'll lose your boxing license.
Fucking hell.
And how much do you reckon I was getting paid on Craig Jose's show?
Yeah, exactly, mate.
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
of course, yeah, true.
It just wasn't worth it.
So how many pro fights did you have then?
I had 8 fights, 4 wins, 3 losses and a draw.
Because I've only watched you box once. I remember it were on TV. We were on BT Sport or something. For MTK show, wasn't it?
Yeah, the MTK.
And they put you in with this guy, 7-0.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Eric Aspinall.
Yeah. Obviously, he was meant to win. And in round 3, you punched his fucking head in, didn't you? You had him all over and you won on points.
It was. But like, did you see me in the fight? Like, it was on a day's notice. But that, I was training all the time. I wasn't losing weight. I was walking around at like 73 kilo.
Yeah.
Fighting at 70. So like, it was easy.
To be fair, if you can take a fight on a day's notice when you're doing that, guy. Yeah.
And like, a lot of people going, why are you taking fights on days notice? Well, what are you doing it for? You know, if you want to fight, you're going to take the fights, aren't you? And they were paying me good money, like $3,000 a fight.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it every week.
Yeah.
And you don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You're not going over,
no one's booting me.
Yeah.
No one's booting me in my face.
Don't worry about getting elbowed.
Cut up and that. And I remember my daughter was watching that fight. And my daughter was like 3 years old at the time. And she was like, Daddy, I'm going to watch it, FaceTime with me. I thought, fucking hell, I better win this. But the kid was 7-0, 5 knockouts. My manager, John Pegg.
They were billing him a next big thing, weren't they?
Yeah. He was like, we might not get the win here, Nate, but, you're going to get paid well. Be safe. Give it him. And, if we can win the win. I was like, John, I'll win this. He was like, right, sound. Went in there and we fucking had it.
But that's 70 kilos as well.
70 kilos.
So, if anyone don't know, Nate fights at 63.5. So, just to jump in at 70 against an unbeaten prospect, that's fucking pretty decent, to be fair.
But it was like, I didn't love boxing either.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed fighting.
Yeah.
But I didn't enjoy the weight cut and Muay Thai. I was walking around too fat.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy the weight cut. I wasn't getting paid well. I was having hard fights. There was loads of pullouts. It was just, I thought, oh, fuck this. I got offered, I got sold a dream really in the boxing though, because they were like, you can fight every week. We'll give you like minimum £1,400 a fight, minimum, and you can fight every week. But what was happening was I was going to fight the prospects because I weren't going there as a journeyman to lose. I was there to go and fight and win. So, but the prospects were like, nah, we're not fighting him. Because they look at me on YouTube. You see me fighting Jack Kennedy, trying to blow his head off. They're like, nah, I'd rather fight a journeyman.
You probably fucked it for yourself when you actually beat that guy as well.
Yeah, well, that was it.
You don't need you anymore.
That's why. That's why I come back, basically.
Yeah. I want to go back to something you just touched on there when you're saying that you're walking around a fat cunt and stuff. Your nutrition over the last 18 months, 2 years-ish, has been fucking... It's changed how you are as a fighter. It changed how you train. Probably changed how you live your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because when you're walking, like me and you talked about this earlier, when you're walking around and you're in good shape, you're fueled with the right food, you just feel good about training. It's fun to be in the gym.
Everything's
easier. You enjoy everything. Or you go in the gym like a bit of a fat cunt, like I am at the minute, and you're like, oh no, it's going to be hard, this. It's going to be awful.
Walking up the stairs is a chore.
Yeah, exactly. Talk to us about what weight you were walking around with and stuff, and 2, what made you change it up, and talk to us about your nutritionist and stuff.
So the heaviest I've ever been is 82.5 kilos.
Fucking hell.
82.
That's 20 kilo over your weight, nearly.
And like, I reckon I could have went more.
Yeah.
I weren't even trying, mate. And then when I was having them last minute fights at 70, and then I thought I need to really, if I'm gonna go do Thai boxing now, I'm gonna make 63.5, which was always a ball ache.
Yeah.
No matter what weight you have to make, it's always hard work.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So I needed a nutritionist, and I looked at Peter Miller on Instagram. A lot of people posted about him. Works with a lot of UFC guys, and I just looked at his stuff, and he was posting all this shit about sodium and fucking nutrients and minerals.
His
and
page
all this.
is very interesting. I love looking through his page at some of the stuff he posts.
So just from what he posts, he looks like he knows what he's on about. Even if you don't, he's fucking selling it well, isn't he? But now, like, generally, I was sauntering like 5 kilo for a Thai fight. Like, generally.
It's a lot, really, when you think about that as well. Like, 12 pounds? Yeah. It is a lot. Like, and this in MMA where you get to lie on top of your opponent on the floor and shit like that, have a rest and just use your weight. You stood up, you're fighting. 5 kilos is a lot, really, especially when you're only 63 and a half.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's nearly 10% of your body weight, 6 kilos, isn't it? Yeah,
of course. So I thought I need to be more. If I'm going to have a real go at it. Yeah. And I'm like I say, I'm 28. I'm in my prime. I'm an athlete. I need to fucking act like one. Do you know what I mean? So I contacted Pete and just told him my situation. And he just I said, I like my treats. You know, ice cream is a fucking must. It's a must, mate. And he introduced me to this Halo, and he was like, "Yeah, have one of them every night." Yeah. Like, what is it? It's basically a protein ice cream, 350 calories, a whole tub.
Fuck me,
mate! I'd eat 5 of them. If you let me, I'd eat them all. But I just have one every night.
350 calories? No, is it really?
Nothing, mate. It's nothing. It's crazy. So he started doing like plans for me. I do a kilo and a half in the bath now. Yeah. And that's just so I can have a bit of fuel on fight week to be able to train. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So it's really helped as well.
I can tell, like I said before, like you sparring today about sharpest I've ever seen you, and you're still, 3 weeks out? Yeah. 3 weeks out. 3.5 weeks. So your last fight, WBC International title, blasted you into top 10 rankings. Talk to us about that. Obviously, this were a big fight for you. You knew you were probably going to get a title shot on the world level, didn't you? After this, did you feel like any pressure on yourself? Were you a bit nervous or all like that? Because in the first half of that fight, you were trying a bit too hard, weren't you? And then you settled into it and
found the rhythm.
Yeah.
So, in all honesty, I was meant to fight Luca about 4 years ago, on Rob Allen's show, but Luca got chopped to bits in a fight about 6 weeks before. He got elbowed to death. Yeah. Still won, and he pulled out. But I remember thinking, fuck, I've got to fight him. He's really good. And this was about 4.5, 5 years ago, maybe. Yeah. And then I was meant to fight a Tuzo Cruz for that WBC. Yeah. But what had happened was he fought a couple of weeks before and he was not allowed to fight. WBC said you can still fight, but not for the title.
Really?
I'm not really interested in fighting Tuzo Cruz. Yeah. I'm interested in the title. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'll fight anyone for it, I don't mind. Yep. So it got changed to Luca Falco, and then I thought, oh, that's him I didn't want to fight 5 years ago. That I was going to fight. And then when he pulled out, I thought, thank fuck. So I thought, you know what? We're going to smash him this time. But, like, mentally, I had that in the back of my head. Like, 5 years ago, I wasn't the man I am today. Yeah, and I almost didn't really want to fight him. And that was in the back of the head. And then the prep work with Rob Peacock and John Whitehouse was second to none. You know, and then I had Liam Griffin coming in, who's a southpaw. Yeah, I saw you sparring him the other day on Sion Boxing page. You have a good spar and stuff like that. Where's he from, Liam Griffin? He's from Stoke. Stoke, yeah. So he travels about 50 minutes to us to come and spar, like 3 times. He looks good though when he's sparring me, wouldn't that? Same weight as well. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So it's brilliant. With the Falco, it was like defend the left kick well. He only throws left kick really well. You know, and he's quite long and erratic. You know, he can hurt you. He's got that awkward style, hasn't he? Yeah. Where if you unload on him too much, like you hurt yourself. Yeah. Like you punch an elbow or kicking in. Yeah. It's not good. But it was defend the left kick, and then he won't really have a fat lot to throw. Yeah. And then he was booting me with the left kick, and I think I was blocking it and it was hurting him to kick me. And then that was it. Then it was just press him. Well, like saying in the early rounds, you didn't look as good as you had done, and then you got your rhythm and you just fucking picked him apart and you won convincingly, didn't you? Then? Yeah. But obviously that has then set up the WBC World title fight. It's the one everyone wants, the green belt. Is that the bout you fought Mehdi Zatout for? That was Mehdi Zatout with the champion. Mehdi Zatout beat Sangmani, and then I beat Zatout for the belt. But his leg, you mean? Yeah. I'll take that home with me. But you're fighting one of Mehdi Zatout's boys, aren't you? Adam Noy. Yeah. So Adam Noy trains with Mehdi Zatout. Very slick, very good counter fighter, very good technician. One championship fighter. Fought a lot in the stadiums in Thailand. So not only is it for a green belt, it's against a very credible opponent. Yeah. Talk to us a little bit about this fight, how you've prepared for this one, and what you think of Noy as an opponent. as an opponent, I think he's, like you say, he's very credible. Like, I don't want to be fighting Mickey Mouse. I want to be fighting.
If you're fighting for WBC title, you want to fight the top
man,
guys out there.
yeah.
Yeah, and obviously the belt's vacant at your weight, and Noy is one of the fucking best fighters at that weight, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, what is he ranked, like 7 in the world?
He's
or
7, I
something?
think.
So,
Yeah.
He's up there, isn't he? I just think he's not going to be enough man. I'm too man for these boys. You know what I mean? I'm going to treat him like a child. Fucking batter him, basically.
Well, we said that earlier, didn't we? So like he's a very good technician and that, but when there'll be a point in the fight where there'll be a turning point where he realises he's not strong enough. Yeah.
And I'm going to wear him out. I'm going to hurt him. And like, as long as I'm switched on, and you know, as long as I don't go in like a fucking madman.
Yeah.
And watch everything, I'll be fine.
We spoke about this earlier, didn't we? Said it's going to be more of a mental game. This what's going on because we were training then and we were practicing a few tactics and stuff because he likes to do things like sit on the ropes and lure you in so he can counter you and stuff like that. Like those fighters, like they're annoying to fight sometimes, but as long as you stay switched on, like you said, then
frustrated.
Yeah.
I've had visions of like being in the fight with him and him walking around tucking his shorts up and that, and like, you know, touching. Fuck that. Let's go. I'm there 100% all the way.
That's the thing, though. Like he won't be able to get away with shit like that he can get away with when he's fighting the ties. Yeah. Because you'll be on him and pressing him all the time. He's had some good wins on one championship. He beat Victor Pinto, didn't he?
Yeah.
I remember that we were in Bangkok on same show I fought. But again, what won him that fight was he knocked Pinto down with a head kick. He was sat on the rope. Pinto got a bit frustrated, rushed in.
But did you see how Pinto was hitting him?
Yeah.
Like, it was like slap.
Yeah.
I'm there, I'm digging shots in, mate.
Pinto in a puncher.
Nah.
That's the thing. So if he sits on the rope, he knew he could get away with taking a few and encountering. And if he lets you hit him, different story.
Yeah, and he'll go no.
Yeah. And like we said earlier as well to me, he just doesn't seem as physically strong as you are. Like say, if you sit back and just let him kick you and move, playing him his hands, fair enough.
Night, innit?
But like
that, you know, that is the way the fight could go. So, you know, I don't think it's 50-50. I think it's probably 80-20 to me, personally. And only by the, you know, all the work I put on the team I've got around me. Do you know what I mean? And as it so happens, I'm also working with Henry Clemenson again now. So I'm going there. We're doing pad work twice a week, 3 times a week. I've got John Whitehouse padding me 3 times a week, and then Rob Peacock padding me 3 times a week. All the sparring, I'm traveling up and down the country.
I was about to say that to you then, mate, because there's not many people who fucking do what you do. You run your own gym, and when you're not doing that, you're out on the road. You're going to different gyms to better yourself, to get good sparring in. You're coming to Leeds with us. You're around with Kennedy. You've got other people coming to your gym and stuff like that. How hard is it running your own gym and still finding time to do this stuff, to get yourself out and still better yourself as a fighter?
My wife hates me, Liam. She fucking hates me, mate. I'll tell you. She's like, this all better be worth it. Like, but I'm selling her the dream though. And I'm like, be WBC World Champion. Come on, I'm the man. Yeah. But yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard. You can't please everyone.
Yeah.
And you got to look after yourself.
Fighting is a selfish game. You have to sometimes be selfish, and like that's why when I'm training for a fight and stuff, I won't do PTs. I know that, come on, please, I'm fighting. Yeah. I come first here. So that's obviously you're the one getting in the ring, getting your fucking head stoved in if you're not prepared properly. So you have to do what's right for you.
You know, like, can't you just have a day out with us and the kids at the fucking water park? I would love to do that. But unfortunately, I feel like I'm going to get my leg booted off by Liam Harrison. Sorry, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Sorry, love. Which one would you rather do? Do you know what I'm saying? Fucking hell.
Talking about that, though, win this fight. This is a one championship fighter, WBC World title. This will do nothing for you other than lead on to bigger and better things. And obviously, one championship will be there. What are your goals after this? And do you see that as that being the end goal to get to? And do you think that's lined up for you? Obviously, there's fighters in there like Chris who you've beaten already, and he's already there. So this could be like a open the door and let me in.
Well, I think one of the requirements, isn't it a world title? One of the requirements to get into one championship.
I'm not too sure, to be honest. Maybe, I think you might.
It is. So what better titles to have?
Yeah.
You know, I could genuinely, if you think about it, I could promote a show, put up an ISCA world title, fight a French nobody, and then I'm a world champion, and they might fucking call me. Do you know what I mean? But I want the creme de la creme.
Yeah.
I think I've said it before. I'm not the finished product. I'm 28. You know, I've still got loads more years of learning. You know, and I'm progressing. I'm progressing a lot. Like you said yourself. Like last time I came, like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So
Mate,
now
you've
it's
gone
level.
up again.
It's
Yeah,
leveling.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
it's just I'm putting that work in. The goal is to be, one of the greats. Like I look up to people like yourself. You know, I admire people like you. You know, I want to be like that. You know what I mean? So I've got to do the certain things that you've done, and you know what you're doing. So one championship, it's like the biggest global platform there is, isn't it, for sport?
Yeah.
Like how many views they're getting? The more than the UFC and all that, aren't they? It's
And more
killing
to
it.
the point, 50 G's, baby.
50
G bonus. I was just about to ask you about that. I think your style with the hard punches, they'd be fucking them little gloves. How would you find that?
Oh, I'd love it.
Yeah.
I've done a bit of MMA sparring.
Yeah.
And with the little gloves on, and I punch people in the face, and the face all starts bleeding.
Yeah.
So I just punch them in body, but then they go down. So I was like, fuck it out. Do you know what I mean? I like to punch though.
Yeah.
So.
Obviously, would you change your style up for that, or would you like go do more boxing, or would you keep it as you are and just exactly what you're doing now? Do you reckon?
Now I think I'd need to. I think defensively would be the big thing.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what? The
Them
first
little
time I
gloves.
did it, mate, I was scared to punch until around like when I fought Rodlick. I was scared to punch. I was so scared about breaking my hands.
Really, yeah.
I was fucking scared to let it go, and then I got dropped. I thought, right, let's fucking just have it. Let's just have it now. And I started swinging all over.
Was you sparring of that with him on that? Or what?
Not really.
No.
A little bit, just to get the movement. But like, I was just so worried about my hands when I were in there. I was looking at him, thinking, just whack him. And
Yeah.
I thought,
no,
fucking just
my
kick his leg. So I
fingers.
kept kicking his leg and kicking his leg. And then eventually I got dropped, and then I thought, right, let's just go now.
yeah.
Got out of the ring, and my hands were fine. And now I'm bouncing him off his big concrete slab head as well. And then I've got out of the ring, like, But there's people there who wrap your hands up for you. They do it for you professionally, so they make it all tight. And even like my last fight when I'm going to knock the kid out, and then my hands won't hurt then either. So I think as long as your hands are wrapped up properly, then there's not to worry about. Well, I ain't got no worries now, so I'm going to get in there next fight and swing all over.
Yeah, I'm more worried about people's face.
Yeah.
Than my hands, you know what I mean? I'm happy to break that if I'm breaking them. I don't care. You know, it's be okay.
Right, let's get to it. Because there's the beef in there with Nico. Like, this is what everyone wants to hear about it. Everyone wants to hear about it. Yeah. Obviously, he's been making waves. He's won his last 3 by KO, I think. Or
Smashing it, any really.
Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't say he bounced out of nowhere. He's been doing it, but he won't been like on the stage he's now, and people won't take too much notice. But he's had like the KO against Jack. He just stopped his last opponent. He knocked out more Abdurrahman. He came from behind to do that. Obviously, there's a little beef and stuff like that. He's got all the country talking. Everyone in Muay Thai, if they ask him, what fight do you want to see in UK Muay Thai? Nico versus Bendon.
Yeah.
Do you think that'll happen? And do you think might be for the WBC title? Because he just won the European. And how do you see the fight going and stuff like that? Is there any weaknesses you've seen? Or don't you want to say because it's on thingy? Just talk to us about it, because it came out of nowhere as well. Like, you were all sparring at the gym and stuff before, weren't you?
Yeah.
Obviously, him and JP, fucking lovely lads. You were friendly and stuff like that, but I think you both knew there was a point coming soon.
That will be.
Yeah. Talk to us about it.
I think Nico's brilliant. I really do like it. Like you say, he's fucking exploding and he's knocking people out. He's doing his job well, but like he's really good at. Like, I hope he's listening to this now, because he needs to fix up, because otherwise he's gonna get fucking hurt. He's really good at attacking. Like he'll knock a fucking horse out, won't he?
Yeah.
If he hits him, but he can't defend very well. I'm tough as fuck. I'm hard, mate. I'm hard as now. I've been battered a few times. I'm hard. He's gonna hit me. I'm gonna absorb anything he can give me, and I'm gonna fucking hurt him. And because he's open to be hit. If I fight Nico Carrillo, I'll stop him. I promise you that. I'll put a bet on it now with anyone. You know.
So, do you see this when you win this WBC title? Do you reckon, because he's top 5 or top 6, maybe?
And he got number 4. Isn't
Oh, is that right? Yeah, he's top 5, isn't he?
Yeah,
so, do you think that'll happen in the UK, maybe for your title? And if one of the if maybe Brian Calder puts it on, if he puts it on, do you reckon?
Well, if you fucking don't go on holiday again.
Yeah.
He has it. Yeah. It was meant to be on this February one. We were meant to fight each other for the world title now in February, in a couple of weeks, but he had a holiday booked to Disneyland or something. So he's been enjoying a bit of life. But he had 2 big fights, 2 knockouts. Fucking, go out, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
He ain't in no rush.
He's fighting a tie for the ISKA world title in March as well, isn't he? So if you win that, he wins that. He got 2 world titles there. So then, like you just said,
Give me his one.
it's the only. Imagine, can you do that? That'd be all right if you could sanction them both. Double
Why
world
not?
title.
You want to do it all in the boxing, don't you?
Yeah, they do it, mate. Fucking there you go. Tell fucking ring Calder up after.
I'll put
it, yeah.
international. Yeah. I've got the ISKA British, the WRSA British, WRSA European, the WBC International. I'll have the WBC World. I'll fucking put all of them on the line. Can have them all if he beats me.
If that could be done, that'd be a good double world title fight. That we just said then, it's the only fight in England.
Is he fighting at 63.5, that one, though?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Because the last one he just fought, I thought, fucking hell, I'll have that WBC European off him as well. But he's fought at 66.
Oh, were it?
Yeah,
I thought that was 63.5.
No, 66.
Oh, were it? I'm not too sure. I didn't realise what weight that was. But yeah, like you said, then it is like the only fight that people want to see. Schoolie, has anyone messaged in and asked about that fight? 'Cause I know there were a few questions coming. I know someone said you're scared of him. Or are you scared of him? So ask him the question, Schoolie.
Yeah. Give me 2 seconds. Let's get them up.
Careful what you say, Schoolie. I'm a dangerous man.
Right, I'll go straight to the Nico question. Lloyd _5312 wants to know: are you scared of fighting Nico?
Scared is definitely not the word. I have like excitement. I would love to fight Nico because you've got to be switched on it.
Yeah.
Like you've got to be fucking on your game. It would make me get out of bed in the morning to go running. It would make me fucking travel the world for sparring. Yeah, I respect him, and it gives me enough fear to get my fucking ass out of bed and make it worth it. But I don't.
As a fighter, if you ain't got that fear for your opponent, no. There's no point even getting in there. There's no point getting out. Like you need that fucking. Hang on, this man could hurt me if he could hurt me if you're getting in there thinking, I've got no respect for you whatsoever. Don't bother fighting because you fight shit. Because I've done it before in the past where I thought, right, I'll obliterate this guy, and I fought shit, and like, people I should have just blasted. I've struggled to beat him and stuff.
Because you can't be asked to get out of bed.
Yeah, exactly.
But Lloyd, what I want to know is Nico Carrillo scared of Nathan Bendon? Because rumour has it, he is, mate. Shaking in his little space boots.
Oh, next question. Space boots.
He's fucking scared, mate.
Next question.
We've covered boxing, but there is a question. Nutrition for Fighters wants to know: does he plan to compete in boxing again? As he looked good when he did.
Nah, like maybe like when I'm old and I can't do Thai boxing anymore.
Yeah.
Do an exhibition against Jake Paul.
Yeah, I'll fucking fight him now.
Let's have a look. Dale Murray 14. When will he be fighting Chris Shaw? Think Shaw deserves a rematch.
Shaw does deserve a rematch, you know. He's good, Shaw.
Mate, very good. What he did to Panicos last time out was fucking impressive, mate.
It was a bit of an onslaught, wasn't it?
Wow, 1.5.
And how good did Panicos look in the first round though? Like, he looked brilliant, didn't he? And he's still stuck to the game plan and did the job, didn't he?
Yeah, he's dangerous, Chris. He's rock hard as well. He's very tough. Yeah. Very tough.
You know, like I fought Chris Shaw just after his fight with Superlek.
Oh yeah.
Superlek hit him with about 9 million elbows, trying to knock him out of every shot.
Yeah.
Shaw won the last round.
He cut him 3 times in round 1, didn't he?
You know what I mean?
He made his face, which was blood, the whole way through, and he still kept coming and still kept pushing. He's got like that impenetrable fucking spirit that you can't break.
Yeah. Like and you know, he knows how to score. He knows what he's doing. Shaw's a hard fight. Shaw's a fun fight.
Yeah.
But Chris Shaw can get this. I've said to him, he's been, every time I see Chris Shaw, he goes, "Oh, I want to fight you. I want to fight." He's fucking messaging me on Instagram. when are you gonna fight me? I'm happy to fight Chris Shaw in May. Like, I'll fight Shaw in May. I fight Noy in February. I can fight him end of April, start of May. Tomorrow, whenever he's ready, really.
I think Chris fights on for 1 in February. I was speaking to him the other day. I don't know who he's fighting, but yeah. So if you fight in February, he fights in February, then maybe that could be something to push to there.
You want the Nico fight first?
You want the Nico fight first?
But imagine if you beat Adam
So
Noy,
do I, Schoolie, so
and then
do I.
you did beat Chris Shaw. You beat 2 one championship fighters back to back. They don't have a choice then other than to
But
sign
like
you.
also how like obviously one championship is like the pinnacle, and everyone wants to get on it. But how often are the UK lads? How many fights you getting out there?
You just need to make sure you've got a decent contract where you can like fight outside the promotion. So like just say, look, if you fight for them in February, just say, right, I'm taking fight in England to keep us inactive. 9 times out of 10, they'll be cool with it. Yeah. Just as long as like they ain't got no fucking like plans for you to keep you fighting regular and stuff, or like keep you in every other month, and they should just let you get about your business. And like you can't like, although you signed to them, they can't like keep you prisoner. And if you're ready to fight, if they're not going to have you on their show, usually
You need to work, don't you?
Yeah,
You need
of
to
course.
work,
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, like one championship, sign me, please. I'd love to be on it. Be great. Them little gloves, people are getting knocked out. I'll be earning 50 G's every fight. Honestly, I'm winning shit. You know, it's what everyone wants to get on. But again, I'm not in a rush. I'm not in no rush. There's enough people, enough promotions, enough fights out there.
Schoolie.
I've got a question for you. Going back to one championship, obviously, apart from fighting the champion, which fight would you love most in your division in one championship?
Fighting the champion. Would you want to fight Nongo?
Well, I was going to ask it, but I thought he was obviously going to say Nongo, so for the belt.
I was obviously not going to say Nongo.
There's so many fucking good fighters in our division.
If you had choice in that division, who would you pick and why?
So there's Rodlek.
Yeah.
That's
fun, mate.
That's
it's
what
just
I mean.
Fun.
And he doesn't really throw a fat lot, does he?
He doesn't do much. He just rock
and you
hard.
can hit him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's fun to fight him.
And then Sam and Petch is a wicked fight.
Yeah. Like we were on about him earlier. He's been stopped a few times recently.
Yeah.
Obviously, back against very fucking no shame in getting stopped by those people.
Would you want to fight Sam and Jai?
Mate, fuck that.
Massive, innit?
Fuck that, mate.
Fuck that.
I'm 36. I don't need any sleepless nights worrying about. If I got matched with him, mate, I'd be sat shaking. Oh no, for a fight down a child. What told me sending to here? Nah. But thank fuck he can't make the weight and he's moved up to 70.
Thank God. Thank God I've got fucking Peter Miller on my team.
Yeah.
I'll fight. Yeah. Rodlek, Sam and Petch. Sam and Petch is mad explosive, but he's got a good name, and at the moment he looks like he's on a bit of a downer. So I wouldn't mind fighting him. Get him now. There's a few though, isn't there?
There's good fighters in that division.
Like Nongo. Like if you fight Nongo, you've got to just
fucking get it on him.
Pray.
Yeah, just
before you get in there.
The thing is, he can punch really hard as well, but you just have to think, you know what? Get him on his back foot. I've seen him knocked out before, Nongo, by Sanchai twice. So I think, if I hit him, I know I can fucking hurt him. Yeah. But the thing is, one, it's hitting him because he's so slick, and two, it's walking through that he's going to put on you.
And
because he's so explosive.
And you got to do 5 rounds with him.
Yeah.
It's not like you could fucking half survive him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You've got to do the 5.
Gloves.
Yeah. He's brilliant. I know he's brilliant. There's a, maybe a Pinto as well.
Yeah, Pinto's in our division.
And there was another lad that Adam Noy fought, Chinese.
Panikos fought that guy.
Yeah, Panikos fought him, yeah.
He actually fought Nongo, did that Chinese guy. And he had
yeah.
He put in a decent account of him for the title.
I think...
Hansi Howe he's called.
Hansi Howe, yeah. But, he's again, I reckon he's that awkward. He does well, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like a Pinto, Hansi Howe, fucking...
Rodlek's the one, though, 'cause it's just fun to fight him, mate. Yeah, he's not going to move. You don't have to think.
Would you like to fight Muay Thai, though? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that'd be... I wouldn't mind that as well, because he just walks forward, letting you punch him.
Yeah, but he elbows you, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, he just walks forward, try to grab you like that. He's so wide open to punch.
With them little gloves on as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, give me Muay Thai as well. I'll have him as well, fuck it.
Any more, Schoolie? Before we wrap it up.
Predictions: Agiti versus Savas. Who do you think will win?
Tough one.
Savas, like his range and play. You see him on the last one?
No,
on the last fight.
That was scandalous,
fucking hell. Like touch him, hit him. Touch him, hit him. He did anything he wanted. Haggitty's a bit explosive, isn't he? Like he's sharp, he's dynamic. I'll
tell you what, with them two though, fighting each other on one championship in them small gloves, I bet it's a complete bloodbath, mate.
Or it might be the shittest fight I've ever seen.
True.
Imagine.
Might cancel each other out. But the thing is, I think there's so much on the stick because everyone keeps saying we want to see these two fight. I think both of them were like, right, I've got a point to prove here.
Would they let them fight each other outside of one?
I don't think so. I think someone asked for it. I think one of the promoters asked for it and they said no.
Yeah. So who do you think, Liam?
I honestly, I wouldn't like to call it, mate. It's just one of them fights where I watch Haggerty one day and I think, fucking hell, look at him level up. And then I watch Savas and go, whoa.
Yeah.
It's Savas and Najan Watt when they're on pads, mate. I'm like, fucking hell, mate. This guy's an animal. But then the videos Haggerty's been putting up recently as well, he looks so fucking... Yeah.
So like last week, I was meant to go and spar with Haggerty, but he had to do the medical for one championship, so he cancelled. He couldn't do it. Part of me thought, thank fuck. You know what I mean? Woo! I'll just save my fucking body for another week. You know? It's a real 50-50.
Yeah, I honestly would not want to fucking. I just couldn't. It's one of them like. It's just going to be fucking a cat's cock hair who takes the win, I think. It's not. Neither of them two are going to go in and wipe out the other one, I don't think. I think it's you got two geezers there who are young, hungry. Fucking, it'd be an absolute war.
One championship, please put that on.
We need that one. We'd love to see that one.
Please.
Right.
What about Savas versus Rodtang? No, is that a fight?
I think he's been a bit unlucky as Savas in one championship. He needs to have a couple of good wins. And then,
does he?
Yeah, and then let him go. Before we wrap this up, Nath, what's your Insta pages and stuff that people want to go if they want to follow you?
So Instagram is Nathan Bendon. Facebook is Nathan NJB Bendon. And then we've got Dominate Academy for the gym as well. So if you get on board with it, we do a lot of videoing as well. A lot of content goes up, so it's always fun to have a little watch.
Yeah, man. Right. Thank you for joining us, mate. Good luck. I'll be there at your fight. I'm fucking really looking forward to it, and I'm sure you're going to be crowned the new WBC champion of the world.
Absolutely, bro. Thank you.
Nice one. No worries, mate. Peace out, people.